In today's video, we're going to be installing Windows XP Professional Service Pack 3 Volume License Edition in VMware Workstation Pro 15. So, without further ado, let's jump right into this. So, if you're using a virtual machine, you're going to have to create it. I pre-made mine. If you don't know how to, I've shown how I make them in my past 2 videos, which I will leave links to those at the very end of the video. And for Windows XP, I gave it 2 gigs of RAM, 1 single core processor, and a 40 gig hard disk. So let's power this on. And now it's going to start loading files it needs to run this portion of setup. If you've installed Windows 95, Windows 98, Windows Me, or something like that, this should be very familiar to you. Okay, so here it shows all your connected storage disks on the computer. It shows the 40 gig hard disk, which is unpartitioned. So you can set up Windows XP in the selected item, press enter. To create a partition in the unpartitioned space, press C. Or if you are overwriting a previous copy of Windows, say you had Windows 2000 installed on here and you wanted to completely overwrite that, you could use that to delete the current partition and make a new one, or write over it. So I'm just going to hit enter and format the partition using the NTFS file system quick. And it depends on how large your hard disk is how long that'll take. And now it's copying files to the Windows installation folders. And now it's booting. You see the Windows XP boot screen for the very first time. And now we're at the graphical user interface portion of the setup. Now this is, a lot of people have probably seen this, so I'll come back once something happens, and yeah, okay. Now we're at the regional and language options. This is where you can change your language and you can change your location, but for me this is all done for me, so all I need to do is hit next. And now here it's going to ask for your name and organization, so I'm going to type that in. Now here it's going to ask for you to create a computer name, which I have one by default, and you also need to create an administrator password for the administrator account. That's set up by default on Windows XP and I believe all versions of Windows. So I'm just going to name it I'm just going to leave it at its current computer name, but I'm going to type in a password. And now here is where you can select the date and time and the time zone, but this is done right for me, so I'm just going to hit next. And now I'll come back once something interesting happens. And now here's where you're going to put in your work group settings. I'm just going to say TechMaster. And now here it's just going to start copying files and whatnot. 27 minutes to go. Oh, 26. this goes a lot quicker in virtual machine than on real PC. You can just see those minutes just flying by. So, again, I'll be back once something interesting happens, since a lot of people have probably seen Windows XP setup, and I don't need to record the whole thing. So, yeah. Now, this should be the last time that it boots up. Just hit OK. Hit OK again. And after this screen should be the out-of-box experience. But sometimes when I install this volume license version, it doesn't show up. Sometimes it does. It's really weird. And it should ask me for the product key, which I do have. So, at the end of this video, I will add the product key. Oh, and before we set this up, I have a little gift for my viewers. And I'm going to add the Windows XP title music, basically this music in here. I'm gonna play that once we're all set up, and I'm not gonna roll my intro. I'm basically gonna use this as an intro. And yeah. So let's see. Okay, so back to the video. Here it says thank you for purchasing Microsoft Windows XP. It's been a few minutes setting up your computer. So hit next. And you can click either one. I'm gonna go with help protect my PC by turning automated updates on now. But that's not important anymore given that Windows XP died in 2014. Now it's checking your internet connectivity. Of course, you can skip that if you want to. Choose whatever settings right for you. It's already set to what I want by default. And I don't think you can register with Microsoft anymore, so I'm going to say no. And now here's where you can add all the users, so you can add up to 5 users here. I'm just going to type in Techmaster for my name. And now it says, thank you, congratulations, you're ready to go. Here's what you just accomplished. Your computer is configured for internet access. So just hit finish. The sound of the gods. Okay. So now we're at the Windows XP desktop. I can bump the resolution up to 1920 by 1080. But I'm also going to install VMware Tools. So to install VMware Tools, go up here, VM, install VMware Tools, install. Here, just click next. I'm going to go with typical. You can choose whatever other one you want, but I only need typical. And then install. In older versions of Windows, this usually doesn't take very long, but it seems to take forever in the new versions. And now it is completed the VMware Tools Setup Wizard. Click the Finish button to exit the Setup Wizard. But it does want you to restart just to finalize things and for the configuration changes made to VMware Tools to take effect. So just hit yes. That sound just makes me sad. I don't know why. Startup sound I love. The shutdown sound just makes me sad. Now this is annoying. It put it back to the little tiny box. So I just auto-sized. And now everything's installed. This is Windows XP Professional Service Pack 3 Volume License Edition. In my outro, I will add the product key just in case, and as usual, I'll put that down in the description. Also in the description will be a link to download this, and the Google forum where you can suggest what I do in my next videos. So, as promised, I will put in my special outro where I play the title music for the out-of-box experience. I'll only play about 2 minutes of it. So yeah, with that, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Take care, stay awesome, have a good night.